Help me to reach 1,000 subscribers, Leia hated losing, even in the smallest arguments. She always needed the final jab, the last sharp word that proved she was right. But that night, her frustration ran ahead of her judgment. Her voice rose, her patience thinned, and before she realized what she was saying, the words shot out like a poisoned arrow. You argue too much for a man. No wonder you're lacking where it counts. The moment the sentence left her mouth, the atmosphere in the room collapsed, not with shouting or slamming doors, but with a suffocating stillness. Marcus didn't yell, didn't spit back an insult, didn't even flinch outwardly. He just froze. His jaw clenched, his hand tightened at his side, and something in his eyes dimmed, not with fury, but with a quiet, devastating hurt. He turned and walked away without a single word. Leia stood there waiting for familiar storm to return. He always came back ready to argue, ready to prove his point. But that night he didn't. The silence grew heavier than any fight they'd ever had. Marcus didn't return to their bed. She waited, hoping he would slide in beside her once she fell asleep. Morning came. His pillow was untouched. A sharp panic twisted her stomach. She found him in the guest room, sitting motionless on the edge of the mattress, staring into the floor. When she called his name, he barely reacted. When she apologized, he didn't answer. His silence felt like a door closing. Days passed. The gap between them widened. If she walked into a room, he walked out. If she tried to touch him, he stiffened. He ate the meals she cooked as if tasting nothing. The man she knew wasn't angry. He was gone somewhere she couldn't follow. Only later did she understand why. Her insult didn't just hurt him. It reopened wounds she never knew existed. As a teenager, he'd been mocked for something deeply personal. A cruel joke had followed him through hallways, leaving scars that never fully healed. A girl he once loved had believed the rumor, looking at him with cold judgment that hollowed him out. Years later, the woman he dated before Leia had betrayed him, and when he confronted her, she had shrugged and said the words that destroyed him. "You're not enough for me." He buried all of it, the shame, the insecurity, the humiliation, telling himself it no longer mattered. Then he married Leia, and for the first time, he believed he had finally escaped his past, until she repeated the very insult that once crushed him. One careless sentence dragged him back into old pain he thought he'd bury forever. Leia hoped time would soften things, but with every day, Marcus drifted further away. One evening, she walked toward the guest room intending to try again, but he wasn't there. His phone lay unlocked on the bed. Her eyes caught the email. Subject: initiating divorce proceedings. Her breath vanished. When he came out of the shower, she confronted him in a trembling whisper. "Are you really ending our marriage over one argument?" For the first time in weeks, he looked directly at her. "This isn't about that one night," he said quietly. In that moment, everything clicked. Her words had been the trigger, not the cause. Years of unspoken pain had finally broken through. She tried everything. Apologies, letters, soft touches, memories. Nothing reached him. The silence between them was too thick, too cold. Then came the night she saw him packing a suitcase. Her voice shook. "Are you leaving?" He paused, hands resting on the zipper. When he turned to her, his expression carried more truth than anger ever could. "I don't know if I can get past this." Her heart cracked. She whispered that she loved him, that she wished she could take it all back, that she would do anything to fix the damage she caused. For the first time since it happened, something shifted in his face. Not forgiveness, but uncertainty, a spark of inner conflict. He exhaled softly. "You can't take back what you said, and I can't pretend I didn't hear it." He hesitated, then added, "But I'm not ready to walk away. Not yet." It wasn't a promise. It wasn't a clean slate, but it was more than she had expected. He stayed that night, though the distance still hung between them like a shadow. Healing wouldn't come quickly. The pain wouldn't disappear overnight. Leia finally understood that real love wasn't about winning the argument. It was about surviving the things that almost destroyed you. Whether their relationship would survive this wound, only time would tell.